For that, stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
And the Steeler first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Johnson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. And this a 39-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tap.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Perkins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris.
Complete to number 15. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Perkins. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Tyler
And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Off the play fake. Vaughn. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Vaughn. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Vaughn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Perkins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Perkins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort. I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Off the play fake. Perkins. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Julian Okwara. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first and 10, Vaughn. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off-play action. Vaughn. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Hunter Nicewander on the punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st down, Perkins. Short little throw to Ebron. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down and 8. Off the play fake, Perkins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he works free. Barkley a 1st down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Perkins. Steps away to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Bryce Perkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete. Okure-Bunam. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Vaughn. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
From the gun on third down. Vaughn, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and
5. Looking to throw. Perkins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Perkins. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Perkins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off play action. Vaughn. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air, 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Let's go. The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Chargers 37, Steelers 17. Tucker McCann set.
McCann's got it teed up. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Perkins. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw again. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley running right through it. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Perkins. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at their scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Vaughn. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Off-play action. Vaughn. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, Perkins. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's brought in by Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Perkins. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Vaughn sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Vaughn. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the Chargers' 11-yard line.
Off play action. Vaughn. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Second and goal from the 1. To Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Dancing to his left. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Now Perkins. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Throwing is Perkins. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off right around the 43. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter.